'Tis early in December, and all through the house not a creature is stirring.
Then the sirens and flashing lights jolt us awake. What's this all about?
Well, to find out, let's welcome Sgt Zach Fossum from the Spanish Fork Police Department to the table.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Zach.
Yes, you have.
I love this guy. I'm kind of related to him, so.
I think relations through marriage is a relation.
Yeah, it's still cousins.
Yeah. Brother, cousin, something like that.
Oh,
Yep.
brother or cousin, they don't know.
There you go.
But we love our Spanish Fork Police Department.
We do.
You guys really are amazing. You're good guys.
Spanish Fork is an awesome department to be a part of. So
Good. We're happy to have you. Let's talk about this big activity coming up on December 7th.
What big activity?
Is it?
I don't know. The boutique?
Is it December
It's
7th?
December 14th.
See? Okay.
Okay, so tell us about the 14th.
Well, it's the annual Shop with a Cop. It's an exciting event. I've been participating in it ever since I've been a police officer with both Utah agencies that Utah County agencies I've worked for, and something to look forward to every year, and it's something that our families get to be part of too.
Really? I did not know that. So you bring your kiddos and wife?
So every year, it's such a great opportunity. I'll bring a kid, I'll select one of my kids, or one of my kids will volunteer, and they'll be like, hey, I want to come with you. I want to come and see what happens. And then my family likes to jump on board, and they all come down to Walmart to wrap presents after we do all the shopping, and so they like to be part of it every year too.
I've been able to be a gift wrapper for several years, and that's super fun when they all go through and get their gifts and come in with their cart. Do you guys have a budget? Because these kids are coming in with the cart. What kind of allowance do they have?
Yeah, budget is a horrible word at the holidays.
I actually had to do a little research on it too, because I've been a part of it for so long that I didn't really know a lot about the history of where it
And
came
how are
from
they chosen, actually?
and how the kids are chosen. So schools will refer some kids to an organization called Kids Cause. And 130 or 140 students, sometimes they're from low-income families, sometimes they're from families that have had like a terrible disaster or something happen to them. They're selected, and this organization called Kids Cause kind of monitors the kids' welfare and monitors their mental and physical and emotional needs. And then they refer them to the Shop with a Cop committee, where citizens and business owners and officers select these kids from these unfortunate circumstances.
Okay.
I love that, a little selection process. How many kids are fortunate enough to get to do it?
Between 130 and 140.
Wow.
And there's a lot of contributions that are made by businesses and citizens, and there's one business in particular, I can only guess who it is, I don't know, but they make a substantial contribution from Spanish Fork every year.
Oh, really?
And each child gets approximately $175 to go shopping with. And
That's so cute.
awesome.
So do they know their budget? Do they know what they need to, or do you have to like say, can you put that
So
one back?
that's the exciting part about being able to go with them. So you go show up at Walmart, and I guess it's been a long-standing relationship. A part-time deputy worked for Kmart and then wanted to get law enforcement involved with it, and so now Kmart's not there, so we're in contact with Walmart, and now that's kind of what prompted the organization to start with. But we'll go to Walmart, and all of us officers stand up, and we're there, and they start handing kids out to the officers, and we take these kids, and it's super exciting.
That is
super fun.
I have a couple of questions. Was it Tom Hodges, local Spanish Fork resident, that started this Shop with a Cop?
I don't know.
Okay.
So they said, the information that I had was 33 years ago, that it was a deputy that worked part-time at Kmart, and it may have been Tom, because he plays a huge role in it.
Yeah, and I just think that's so cool, because he is here from Spanish Fork. Again, like, it's just
And he started
cool.
the whole organization within this like state?
And Tom,
Or just in our area?
So
For our area, for sure.
Shop with a Cop, I think that they have a lot of different Shop with a Cops, Kids Cops and Christmas. Shop with a Cop specifically is like a Utah County
Kind of thing.
kind of a thing.
Okay.
And they work in partnership with Walmart and these other businesses. It's
So
awesome.
do kids, is it South County kids that come, or kids from all over the valley that are chosen?
So I've had kids that have spanned as far north as northern Utah County all the way down.
Okay.
It just depends on which kids get selected or referred from this Kids Cause organization.
What time do these kids arrive?
Oh man, it's early morning.
I was going to say, is it 5 a.m. or?
So I generally come down and I try to be at the Walmart at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
He's getting the minute times.
I was like, I thought it was 6 o'clock.
You can be there at 5 o'clock. It's definitely before the general
Zach
public
about the
comes in.
time.
You want to make sure that you get there because the whole parking lot is full of police cars, and some mornings it's kind of chilly. So I try to get up there in the front so that my kid doesn't have to walk as far to the parking lot.
I love you.
To go.
That's so sweet. Okay, do they do a breakfast? Did I hear that they do a breakfast with them before? Do you know that?
So yes, it's awesome. So what we'll do is we'll do the Festival of Lights. So all the kids will be selected and we'll take them in our cars, and then, man, it starts. And some residents love it and some residents hate it, but I think it's absolutely amazing. It's such a great opportunity for kids to kind of come and build a rapport with law enforcement. Hey man, these officers aren't scary.
Yeah, right.
They're so fun to be with.
Learn to trust them.
And so we let them mess with our cars, and they turn our lights on and our sirens, and we go up the canyon up to the Festival of Lights, and they make special arrangements because it hasn't gotten light outside yet, so that we can go through as kind of a private party to go through the Festival of Lights.
It's the only time you want to be in a police car, right?
Exactly. And they're usually in the front seat, in the passenger seat, and it's like all I can do sometimes to keep them in their seat belts.
Oh, I bet.
I bet. Can I push that button?
How about this one? It changes the siren pitches and everything. It's really awesome.
And then after the Festival of Lights, where do you go?
So we go down to Diamond Fork Middle School.
Okay.
And Santa meets us there, and man, it's the greatest Santa ever. And we go in there, and there's a group of people that volunteer their time to cook breakfast for us, and it's a nice, nice breakfast. And then we interact with all the officers, and all the kids kind of interact with each other, and Santa's there. They can talk with Santa, and they can take some pictures with him there at the middle school, and then we go back to the Walmart, and then we do shopping there.
Okay.
I have a 10-year-old, so I mean, I know some of the things that they want are high-ticket items. So really, how do you kind of just navigate the
Like the
process?
Deal breaker.
I mean, with the littles, they can have a ton of, they can many books, many dolls, many
and
things.
They do. And sometimes one of the greatest rewards of coming to this thing is some kids are like, they just want to run down all the aisles with their arms open and just fill their carts up with stuff.
Right.
And then there's other kids that are like, oh, my sister, she would really love this. Or, oh, my mom, she would really love this.
They get a lot like mom and dad. Or
Yeah, and they think, oftentimes they think way more about other people than they do about themselves. And so we're given a gift card that has an allotment on it, and so we have to kind of try to budget it through that allotment. And if there are things, I try to make the kids that come with me, I'm like, okay, now we need to make sure you have like some gloves and a coat, and make sure you have some of these necessities. But they usually don't care too much about that stuff.
They're like, gloves, whatever.
There's usually some other organizations there that are there to donate jackets and coats, and so we can kind of go get them that and not take from that budget sometimes. And
Nice.
But I usually try to make them, it's hard because if you have $175 for a 6-year-old and they're like, man, I love all these figurines, they're $1.75 a piece. And it's
you
like,
can
man,
buy
you
the
could really
whole
have a lot of figurines.
Right.
Don't mind them all. Let's go to the next row.
Let's save some for the other kids too.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure that we kind of get them things that they need. And I remember at Christmas time, my parents, we would get clothes and stuff, and I thought, man, clothes. Nobody wants clothes, but I try to make sure that they get an allotment of things that they really want and a few things that they need.
Well, while we wrap this up, what's your favorite memory?
I'd have to say that we had one. I brought my daughter with me one time, and it was really an eye-opener for my daughter to kind of see, because my kids grow up we're kind of an average family, and my kids still have Christmas, and they haven't had to go without a Christmas, and it's kind of nice for my kids to see these experiences and to be part of it when they see kids that maybe wouldn't otherwise have a Christmas. So I think just watching the growth in my own children has probably been the most rewarding for me, even though we're providing this opportunity for these other kids.
Yeah.
Probably their best memory too.
So,
Yep.
Zach,
Well, thank
thanks
you
for
so
sharing.
much.
We
Yeah.
love you. Thanks for all you do
Thank
for
you.
giving back
I
to the
appreciate
community.
you letting
we love
me
that.
come on
Yeah.
here.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.